Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Brenda, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing my pregnancy video, my pregnancy tag, whatever you want to call it. My pregnancy video. Alright, so currently I am 35 weeks pregnant. I know. It's almost there. You guys don't know how bad I want to give birth. But yeah, if you hear thunder or noise, it's because I'm recording by my window and there's a storm coming in. So sorry about that. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into these questions. Alright, so the first question is, how and when did you find out you're pregnant? Alright, so this is a little bit of a crazy story, but I wasn't feeling good for a while, and I didn't know what was wrong, and I was going back to New York. For those of you who don't know, I used to live in New York, and I moved down south, but I was going back to New York because at the time we hadn't switched doctors yet, and we were gonna go for doctor's appointments and to get some documents and stuff like that. So we were going to New York and we set up an appointment because I thought maybe I had a cyst or something was wrong. Like, I didn't know what was wrong. So I get to New York and I go to my doctor's appointment and they tell me, oh, you might have a cyst, so come back the following week and we'll check. So I remember the date perfectly. It was January 15th, and I go into the gynecologist's office and they do a ultrasound on me to see if I have a cyst, because I've had cysts before. And the lady was like, did you get tested, like a pregnancy test, in your last appointment? I said no, there was no need to. Like, there's no way I can get pregnant. Like, I honest to God thought there's no way I could get pregnant. And she told me, well, you don't have a cyst, but you're pregnant. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't believe her until she turned the screen around and I saw the baby for myself, and she played the heartbeat, and that's when I found out I was pregnant. um, Next question is, how did you feel? When I found out I was pregnant, I was over the moon. At first I was over the moon happy and I was excited and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm pregnant, like, this is my baby. But then I got scared because I knew I had to tell my parents and I had to tell the baby's father, and I was petrified because I didn't know what everyone was gonna say. I didn't know what everyone was gonna do. If you know me, I always think the worst outcome. I always think of the worst possible outcome when situations happen. So I got really scared and I was panicked and I started crying. How old are you? I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant. I'm 20 years old now, because I found out in January and my birthday's in February, but I was 19. How did you tell your partner? Not my partner. Um, but I told the baby's father over the phone. I called as soon as I got out of the gynecologist's office. I told him immediately. I did not waste time, because I already knew in my heart that how he was gonna feel about it, so I just wanted to get it over with. So I told him, look, I'm pregnant, you're the dad. And he freaked out because I didn't know he was at work. Apparently he was at work when he found out, and like when I told him, and I didn't know he was at work, but I didn't care. Even when I did find out he was at work, I didn't care because it was like, well, you're gonna have to know sometime, so whatever. So I told him, and he was freaking out, and he took it pretty bad. He Long story short, he basically wanted me to get an abortion and I wasn't with it, so we not on good terms. um Did you wait 3 months to tell people? Why or why not? I told my parents, my sister, her husband, my cousin Jellica, my friend Justin, the day I found out I was pregnant, because I was so scared. I didn't know what to do, and obviously I need my parents' help. And my sister has had a baby before, so she could help me and she could tell me things. So I told those people right away, and then I told my friend Elsie and my friend Soba a couple weeks before I announced that I was pregnant. And then at 3 months I announced I was pregnant on Instagram and Facebook and whatever. Actually, no, on Facebook I didn't announce I was pregnant. I didn't tell Facebook that I was pregnant, like my family, that I was pregnant until I found out what I was having. So I didn't tell them till I was like 5 months. Is this your first? Yes, this is my first baby. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited. Do you want more? Yes, I do want more kids. Obviously not by the same guy, but yes, I do want more kids. Not anytime soon though, because I don't plan on dating anyone for a while. I'm just gonna focus on my son, but I don't want him to be an only child because I grew up in a big family, and I want him to have siblings. So yes, I do want more kids. Your biggest craving? I don't have any cravings. I never had any real cravings. Like, there's nothing that like I craved constantly or like throughout this whole pregnancy. It's kind of like some days I'll crave this and some days I'll crave that. But I've been turned off to a lot of foods. Like, if you know me, you know I love chicken wings, chicken legs, fried chicken, baked, just chicken in general, or like pork, or like just meat. Like, I love it. I'm like a carnivore. But now it's like I can't eat it. Like, I can't, like, I'm just like, oh, like I want to throw up all the time. Oh, and rotisserie chicken, I can't eat that at all. Like, that to me is just disgusting. The smell of it, I want to throw up. So no cravings, but a lot of food has been destroyed for me. What's the best part about being pregnant? Just the feeling of being pregnant. Like, I don't know, like, for those of you who never had a kid or never been pregnant before, you don't know that feeling. But for those of you who have been pregnant, you know that feeling, that connection you have with your child, even when it's in your stomach, way before it's born. You just have like this immediate connection to your child, and it's just, I've never had that love for another human being before. Like, it's crazy, because it's just to know that this is your baby, like, this is my baby, it's part of me, like, this is gonna be a human being that I created. Like, that's just the best part. Just that feeling is amazing. What's the worst part about being pregnant? Personally, to me, the worst part about being pregnant is everyone is trying to get into your pregnancy. Like, and by that I mean, the way my family is and the way like some people that I'm friends with are, is that they'll try to give you advice, and I know it's not coming from a bad place. They're genuinely trying to help and give me advice, but sometimes it's just like let me raise my kid. Like, my parents aren't like that. They'll only tell me and give me advice if I ask them. My sister's the same way. Like, they'll only give me advice if I ask them, but other people will just come out of nowhere and like just try to put their opinions on me, and it's just like, I didn't ask you. Like it's just annoying. Like, people, it's like once you get pregnant, people think, oh, we're doing this too. Like, no, you're not. Like, I didn't ask you. Like, leave me alone. You know, there's that and the nausea. I know not everyone gets morning sickness because my friend didn't get morning sickness with her child, but with me, I didn't get morning sickness. I got all day sickness. Like, I was throwing up 24/7. I was sick 24/7. Like, I didn't want to eat anything, but I was constantly hungry, and it was a mess. um, Will you find out the gender? What do you prefer? I did find out the gender. I needed to find out the gender. I wanted to find out the gender so bad. Um, I did not have a preference. I was happy with either one. But I'm having a boy. And I knew I was having a boy. Like, I just knew I was having a boy. Do you have names picked out, and what are the stories behind the name? Before I found out the gender of the baby, if it was a girl, I was gonna name it Mia Lynn. And no real meaning behind it except the fact that I thought it was such a beautiful name. It was gorgeous and it was just a beautiful name. Like, Mia Lynn. Like, that's such a beautiful name. Like, I love that name. And for boy, at first, I had my heart set out on naming the child Anthony Miguel. My son was going to be named Anthony Miguel. I don't know why. When I was 5 years old, I came up with that name, and it kind of just stuck, and since I was 5 years old, I was going to name my son Anthony. But I changed it, and his name is going to be Gabriel Jose. I'm naming him Gabriel after the angel Gabriel, and Jose after my father. What's your birth plan? I don't have a birth plan because I don't believe in birth plans. I think that it's stupid, in my opinion. Like, no offense to anyone who thinks birth plans are essential, but in my opinion, they're stupid because you never know what could happen in the hospital. It's not gonna go the way you want it to go, so you can't have a plan. Will you breastfeed? Yes, I'm gonna breastfeed. Oh my god, hold on. So sorry. Sorry, my in-law was trying to call me. Do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mom? For the first couple of months, I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, but eventually I do plan on going back to work. Will you make your own baby food? Yes. My mom made her own baby food for my sister and I when we were little, so I'm gonna make my own baby food for him. Do you have nursery ideas or themes? No, because I have a Pinterest board dedicated to like a nursery for my son, but he's gonna live with me in my room, so there's no real theme going on. A lot of stuff in my room right now is navy blue and white for him, and I think navy blue and white is beautiful anyways, so that's kind of the theme or idea that's going on in the room right now, but he's sharing a room with me, so there's not a real theme or anything going on. But yeah, so that's all the questions. So that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any pregnancy questions or anything you want to know, just leave them in the comments below. I'll make a new video or I'll reply to your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, follow me on all my social media networks. Everything's going to be linked in the description, and have a great day. Bye guys.